Thank you, Brother Greenman, for the great introduction, the kind words. I might have to take you along with me everywhere I go to introduce me. I'm going to first say this is the reason why I joined Lambda Chi. For me to come all the way from San Jose, California, working my internship on a Thursday, to see over 700 Lambda Chi brothers, and of course Katie, just here to actually share what brotherhood means and stands for. Given that I'm the first African American to receive this award, it clearly shows how far Lambda Chi has come in diversity within the brotherhood and also its evolution. So every semester before we introduce a new associate class into our Zeta-Delta chapter at USC, I make sure to sit down all the associates, the new associates, and actually talk to them and basically stress upon the values that they need to have as men. What I personally believe in is everyone here can probably knew about Lambda Chi before they came in, unlike me. So in some cases, you might come in feeling, okay, well, this is how I need to be or this is how I need to act to be the perfect Lambda Chi brother. But what I truly believe in is we're all different, and it's because of our different and unique experiences all coming together, especially in this one room, we create a bigger and better brotherhood and bigger bond because we all have different experiences. I have experiences from growing up in Ghana, in South Africa. In all the places I've been and all the places everyone else here has been, we all have a collective group of different experiences, I'll say, that help us become a stronger brotherhood. So, second thing that I really believe in is respect. A true man does not venture into the world seeking respect from others, but he draws people towards him just by the way he gives out respect. You cannot be a true brother and demand respect from everyone else around you unless you give respect first. Quick thing I can say about respect, Brother Greenman mentioned David Farsai. So I started an internship at PricewaterhouseCoopers in 2009. So I've been interning with them for 3 years now. And the first year, I met David Farsai through the recruiter who found out I was transferring to USC. And I asked him a simple question. I said, David, I'm coming to USC and I want to know what classes to take, what classes can I take, and what would the transition be like? He sent me a 5-page Word document with different classes I could take, the different ratings of the different professors, and I didn't expect that much from him. So just for him to show that much attention to detail in helping someone he barely even knew was surprising to me. And then he mentioned Lambda Chi, which I wasn't too sure what Lambda Chi Alpha was about. So I transferred to USC, and he gives me a call saying, hey, it's rush week, just come check us out. It's nothing serious. So on my way there, I stopped by different other fraternities, which I won't mention, and all they had to talk about was how, well, we have the biggest parties, we have the cutest girls, all that stuff. But for me, I came from Ghana to get an education and to, as the only son, support my family. So I asked him one question. So if I'm going to be an athlete and keep good grades to maintain my scholarship, how are you guys going to help me? And they said, well, we still have the best parties. Till I went to Lambda Chi. And I actually went to Lambda Chi just to say hi to David. I was kind of over the fraternity thing by the time I got there. And he said, let me show you around. And the funny thing was, I met a whole bunch of volleyball players, water polo players, who did not even hear my question, but the first thing they spoke about was, we're student athletes. We heard you're about to be a student athlete, and what we want to tell you is this fraternity will be flexible with your schedule because we produce student athletes. We produce men, well-rounded men. So here I am. I joined Lambda Chi Alpha. And through Lambda Chi Alpha, I met another brother called Cody Romness, who was on the football team before I got to USC. And he knew I was doing track and field, and he kept talking to me. He's like, you know what, you're a big guy. You might want to do something more athletic, more competitive. So he kept talking to me about football, so I started training with him a little bit, and he just gave me that motivation I needed to actually take that step to a sport I had never played. I started off playing defensive end. I loved the position, but I just didn't have the moves. And this spring, the coaches said, you know what, we've seen you play. We've seen your strength, your speed, and we want you to play right tackle. I was like, no. Offensive linemen get no love in football. No one knows them. I want to be the guy who gets a sack and then goes like that. But funny enough, I started the first week of spring ball at fourth string because I knew nothing about offensive line, never played it. By the end of the second week, I was up to second string. So the only thing keeping me from first string now is I got to pack on some weight. I'm 270 now. I have to be 285 at the least. So it just shows how simple motivation from your fellow brothers can help. And even though I haven't met everyone here, I didn't know what David Farsai would do for me. I didn't know what Cody Romness would do for me. And most importantly, every time I go for practice or every time I have a good practice or before games, I see the same group of Zeta-Delta brothers, sometimes even topless with our numbers written on their chest or whatnot, screaming and chanting, saying, go Peter, go Cody. And just to see them there every day, always giving that inspiration, always nudging you forward, was very big for me, especially coming from Africa where in some cases I had no shoes to even play basketball or no shoes to even run track. And just to have a group of guys who didn't even know me understand what brotherhood meant and to nudge me forward and allow me to achieve that goal was actually means a lot. Means a lot and still means a lot to me. So yeah, I made a commitment to stay loyal and assist in the positive growth of this brotherhood the day I pledged the Lambda Chi Alpha fraternity. But since that day, it's been the other way around. You guys have stayed loyal to me. You have assisted in my positive growth. And I can assure you that regardless of it being football or consulting or wherever I go, I will make sure that I embody what it means to be a true Lambda Chi Alpha. Man, thank you.
We've presented Peter with a certificate that reads, whereas Peter Yobo has been designated the outstanding undergraduate member of Lambda Chi Alpha fraternity for the year 2010-2011. The fraternity does this day, July the 28th, 2011, confer upon him the citation of faithful and outstanding service as a recipient of the Cyril F. Duke Flad Award and as the preeminent testimonial of the gratitude, esteem, and affection with which he is regarded by his brothers.